Hi guys, I am so tired. I've just got back from my nephew's 21st. It was awesome. It was cool to see him do a yardie because I've never seen anyone do a yardie yet. It was kind of like my first big 21st here, and it'll probably be my last. Um, so that was quite cool. Um, yeah, it was bittersweet. It always makes me miss my mom whenever I'm like really around like heaps of the family. So I talked to her a few times this weekend. Yeah, it was just great to spend time with the nieces and nephews and yeah, just have some good food and some good fun. Got to spend a lot of time in front of the fire, and my allergies were only really bad on the first night. And I took some allergy pills and I was okay, so that was great. Um, I actually mostly stayed inside. I got out of playing beer pong and stuff. I kind of wish I would have played it, and if I had been prompted to, I would have. But I kind of got my drinks and then went inside. There was so many people there, and I just get a little bit antsy with really big crowds. But I wish I would have probably put myself out there a little bit more. But of course, you don't want to look like a little bit of a loser too when you don't know anybody. Um, so yeah, so it was a little bit weird. There was someone that came who wasn't invited, who apparently was speaking poorly to my niece. So if I had been out there, I would have actually said something to this girl. Um, but yeah, so it was really fun, and I got to help set up everything, and I helped a little bit clean today, and I'll try to put in a couple of little clips. I'm not going to put the clip of the yardie in, but I'll put like the decorations that we put up. Today we spent time with the family, and when I say family, it's not really my ex's family. It was obviously my nieces and nephews are, and then his parents were there, so that, and the grandparents were there, so my ex-in-laws, but it was mostly his dad's side of the family, and the whole weekend was mostly the dad's side of the family. Was just the dad's side of the family, apart from my in-laws, my ex-in-laws, because neither of the uncles showed up. So that was good for me because obviously I didn't have to have any of the awkwardness. And yeah, but I did feel bad that they didn't show up and they should have been there. Didn't end up doing a speech because, well, it just ended up being like 40 minutes of speeches, anyways, when both sets of parents said a speech and both of them said a speech to each other, as well as thanking everybody. And then, like, they had two lots of mates for each of them that said a speech as well. So, 2, 4. So there was already like 6 to 8 speeches. And that was more than enough. All the kids were over it. So it was actually all quiet by like 12 o'clock. A bunch of them came inside and slept. I ended up having my own room, which was amazing. I was actually in bed by like probably around 10:30, quarter to 11. And I probably slept from 11 to 12, then got woken up with everybody coming in to to find blankets and stuff. And then probably fell back to sleep at 1 and woke up at 7, but didn't get out of bed till like 8:30 or 9. So it wasn't too bad. Came home, had a shower. I went go-karting today, which was cool. The people that his auntie has a place that has actually got go-karts just for their family use, which is quite cool. So they're electric go-karts, and they've made like this little pathway. So very cool thing to be able to have in your essentially backyard. So that was really fun. And then things have changed drastically for me over this weekend because I now am about to have a flatmate. I'm not exactly sure for how long. One of my flatmates is going back to dating her partner as opposed to living with him. So yeah, we'll just see. It's weird. I'm not quite sure about it. We've never lived together before, so it's a new thing. She would essentially probably be a bestie, and she does call me a bestie. But we're very, very different. She's a vegetarian and I'm not. And she's a little bit more promiscuous than me, or a lot more promiscuous than me. She will have her child here on and off, who is 8. He's a good kid. There's another one as well, but he lives with his dad and won't come around as much. And because he can be a little bit more destructive, the other one. So I don't really want him to be ruining anything in my house. So yeah, it's kind of a win-win for her. She's planning on going to Australia with her partner at the end of the year, or like in January. So it kind of gives her some time to work on herself, for them to go back to dating and see whether or not they really want this to work, or whether it can, and whether or not she just needs to work on herself a little bit more, and then they can get, I guess, back to having a good time. Or I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work. So I'm not exactly sure if she's going to be here for ages or if she's not. So while she is here, obviously, I am putting $70 more onto my loan, because obviously I want as much as that paid off before I go to Australia as possible, so I don't have to lose too much money on an exchange rate. Yeah, so I am bumping that up to $520, and then that will still give me, I'm still gonna have an extra like $200 coming in. So I'll put that into savings. And that'll just bulk up my savings. So 1 week I will have a lot of savings and a lot of money to put into savings. I'll have like $600 to $700 to put into savings, and then the other week I'll have like $200 to put into savings. So that's going to help, or $300 to put in savings. So that's going to help immensely. But like I said, I'm not exactly sure. She seems to think she'll be here till the lease is up on this house, but I have no idea. It just depends how it works. It hopefully will not wreck our friendship. She can be a little bit funny with food and stuff. She doesn't quite like having meat and stuff in the fridge. She doesn't want it touching her, so I might have to try to make her a shelf that's just hers for her food. But yeah, it's tricky. It's a little bit tricky. She even has to use a different frying pan because she hates using the frying pans with meat on them. So yeah, it's all those little things that were like, we don't really like the same shows, and like it's tricky. So she's going to be out in the garage, so it will feel like her own little spot out there, and hopefully we can make it cozy and warm for her. So she'll have that. And yeah, she has her boy week on, week off. So that is just a development, just as I was like trying to get ready, like happy about things. You know, like I haven't really enjoyed it yet because the car has only just gone. They still have holes that they have to fix, that will be fixed tomorrow, but then my roommate will be here. So it's a catch-22 really. But yeah, had a great weekend, and now I've got, today is the 1st, so I've officially got less than 3 weeks till my dating retreat. So I am excited for that and freaking out about that. But yeah, I'm gonna hang up some laundry and then I'm probably gonna go to bed actually, because it is 9 o'clock and I'm actually quite tired. So I'm gonna go to bed and get a good night's sleep. So I will put up a couple things about my the 21st, and yeah, enjoy.